Well, hello there, everybody. This is Travis. I'll talk to you tonight. I'm going to tell you about another drug bust. One night, me and little old Ricky-Mo, we decided we'd go by old Wally Carlson's house. Wally took his own life later, I understand. Put a gun to his head, too, while in jail. Took it off a cop. That's what I heard. Now, anyway, here what happened. We go by Wally's house to see what's happening. There wasn't much happening. So we take on off down the feeder road to 1960. Now when we got to the stop sign at 1960 and 45 feeder, up whooped the cops. It was Smitty and a couple others, I can't remember who, and they yanked us out of the car, and we had 3 joints. Ricky Moore stuck the 3 joints in his mouth and immense of swallowing them. Well, they started choking him and sticking their thumb in his throat and twisting his arm and going, spit it out, spit it out. Little Ricky, he was hollering, let me go, let me go. And he got to choking, and a little ball of pot fell out on the car. And the officer says, that's enough, we got him. And they just let Ricky go. And he dives across the car and knocks all that little ball of pot into oblivion, and they wind up getting 3 seeds, and they take us to jail. And when we get to jail, they had Wally over there too. They put us all in a cell. Well, Ricky Moore's daddy was Dick Moore, the constable's son, and so we wanted to get out of jail, but we figured Dick Moore would have to get us out if he got Ricky out. Well, he didn't. He got Ricky out and left me and poor old Wally. We went downtown. We was down there for 3 days. Now, when I got to jail, they said, go in there and get in a cell. So I'm walking down the aisle and I look, and this first cell is all these mean looking. There was a guy in there who had killed his whole family. There was a guy who had murdered a woman over here in Memorial Hills with a mace, a decorative mace off the wall, beat her to death with it. There was all kind of killers. The next cage I walked by was a bunch of black guys, and they was all grinning and looking happy. And then the third cage, this big bald-headed guy come up, and he put his arm around me, and I could feel something hard sticking in my side there. And he says, come back here with us. We'll even give you your own toothbrush. And I said, you know what, I believe I'm going to. So I walked back to the next cell while them brothers were smiling at me. I said, I believe I'm going to stay with y'all brothers, okay? And they said, yeah, come on in. Well, I had about as much fun as you can have in that cell with them boys in 3 days. I mean, they sang, they did the hand jive, they did the ham bone, they did all that stuff, and I'd trade them my food for cigarettes, and you know, eventually after 3 days, me and Wally got out of jail when the judge was, you know, he was off for fishing, and we had to wait till he get back to get bond set, and then we was bailed out by ABC Bond. Had to call him every morning. I think their number was 222-2222. And you'd tell them your name and they'd tell you no change in your case. Well, here what happened. In order to get the case dismissed, actually Dick Moore had to pull some strings. Otherwise, Ricky gonna have to go to court too, because he was busted and on the docket. At this time, we was in Humble Precinct 7, and then they moved us downtown to Harris County. But we had to go back over Humble before the Judge Albert Lee. And Judge Albert Lee, he says, boys, if y'all don't get no more trouble in a whole year, I'll tear up the records. And there won't be any record of any of this. We said, okay, cool, man, cool. So we didn't get no trouble for a whole year. And you know what? When I filed to get my handgun license, that arrest came up over there in Humble in 1970. It was just an arrest that said no court data, so it didn't count against me because we never went to court. But that arrest was still, Judge Albert Lee lied. I don't know why I'd expect anything else from any law officers or something, because all of them I dealt with have been pretty crummy. But now here's the cool thing. What the police didn't know is I had 500 Turinals, Christmas trees, barbiturate capsules in a baggie, and I had a needle because we was injecting them, and I had a whole ounce of marijuana. And I had all this on my car there, but they was in the windshield wiper blade. You know, where you put the not blade, but windshield wiper box where you put your fluid in to clean the windows. Well, I had it all in there, taped up on the top with duct tape. You know, take the top off, and then I taped that all real good up on the top, and then put it back on. And you know, they impounded my car. They took out the seats. They took off all the stuff on the doors. They just tore that car all to pieces looking for drugs. And they ain't found none. And then some of my friends were calling saying, Travis, where's your car? You know, after I got out, they said, where's your car? Let us go over there and get that stuff out so you don't get busted. Yeah, they just wanted to steal it. That was Big Daddy and a few others, you know, and I wouldn't tell them. I wouldn't tell them nothing because I didn't want anything cat out the bag about any of that. You know, I just didn't want it out there. You know, I was afraid they'd tell the law or something. But anyway, that was my first bust. I can't remember how old I was. I was pretty young. I was old enough, anyway. And those, whatever else, them 3 C's and stuff, would have been a felony bust had we had gone to court. But anyway, back in them days, things get all messed up, mixed up, torn up, thrown up, beat up, sucked up, obliviated, and you don't even know what happened. So anyway, we got lucky on that one. And I'm running this one up tonight. This is about all I can tell y'all because I've been very busy. And I'm still dealing with them coyotes. I'm baiting them up, getting ready to give them execution by firing squad, I reckon. That's all I can find to do. Thank you. Thank you very much.